Hello everyone and welcome to the first session of Inside the Show Foundation. Yeah, we are doing the foundation today and we are going to get hands-on. I want to welcome all the new members, the senior members and the guests that are here today. Thank you everyone for being here. So this is what you can expect this session. We're gonna dive into the scene collection from inside the show. The scene collection that is even more powerful than what you guys have been working on in the masterclass. So today I'm going to introduce the new scene collection. So you actually are not going to use the masterclass scene collection anymore because we got something even better. And I want to actually show you what this is. I want to give you a glimpse of what we are doing today. So switching here to my demo computer. So I've got OBS right here and let's dive into it. So we're gonna start with a pre-show. This looks similar. Then we have the missing, and now we're gonna have the portrait, the landscape, but look at this. You will be able to customize your background right here with animated image, with a static image or color. And we are going to have the audience around us on screen. Right now the bots are coming back, so they are turned off. But as people pop in the session, this is automatically updated and we will have a few different views for the gallery, including one very new gallery scene that we are releasing today. No one has seen that, not even the new members, the senior members. We're releasing something very new for you all today. So this is what you need to know. We are gonna go through the session. I'm gonna show you how everything is set up. We are gonna get the replay as fast as we can shortly after. So we're looking to get the replay up and running within the next few 1-2 hours for you to start working on everything. This is not a follow along session, so I think if you try to follow along, you can get a little bit behind. I wanted to just get a first glimpse at how everything is set up. You're gonna do it on your own, and I'm gonna show you the main points that you need to know. I'm not gonna do absolutely everything, but you will have everything you need to do it after the session. All right, so how does it work? Inside the Show has some very special tools that allows us to have an audience management that is out of this world. And we're introducing one of them today. This tool is gonna allow you to have the gallery around. And this is called Maestro. Maestro is the Stream Deck plugin that you guys are going to install and access on the community. And let me show you right here. This is what it looks like, Maestro. So there are several buttons on Maestro, from controlling the gallery to controlling Spotify, fade in and fade out, to spotlight people so that you can bring them into the stage, controlling OBS in a much more powerful way than the default OBS buttons, sending messages on screen, doing gamification, controlling chat messages, bring them on screen, and doing interactive overlays. There is a whole set of buttons right here that we have designed to transform virtual production as a one person into something really incredible. And you are going to get started in the download section. So all members have access to it in the download section. And I'm not going to show you exactly what we are going to be downloading, but I want to remind you guys of something really important that is happening in this session. This session, we are going to spin the roulette 2 times. One for the ITS remote and another one for the golden ticket. So the ITS remote is this incredible tool that we've been working on for the past year, and we are just about to release it. And you guys have seen a lot about that. And if you are going to have the chance to grab one remote before we even open for the Inside the Show members to be able to get one. And this is happening today, and this is happening in every single session that we are going to run this week. And this is the second session of the week. We already had a golden ticket and a remote yesterday, and we are going to have another session. We're going to repeat the session later today. So if you guys want another chance, you guys can come. You can see all the schedule of what is going this week in here on the community. So if you go to the community, we will have welcome to ITS events, and you can see all the calendars. You can the events you can add to the calendar. There is a whole set of events. Like there is a total of 10 events happening this week. So 10 chances of winning, actually 20 chances of winning, because it's 2 really big prizes per session. So that's what is happening, and we will have replay about absolutely everything, so you don't have to worry about missing anything. And we will go from Foundation 1, which is today, to Foundation 2, then to Advanced. Sorry, I forgot to spotlight myself. Thank you for letting me know, Federici. We are going to go from the very basic. We're going to go from the very basic Foundation 1 today to the Foundation 2, and then to Advanced 1 and Advanced 2. So for some folks, you are going to want to go through today and tomorrow, and for other people, you are going to be ready to dive into the Advanced as well. So as much as what you feel comfortable with, we're gonna go do some things that are advanced on the Advanced 1 and 2. So I want you guys to be comfortable with that as well. This is a session designed for different kind of people, different kind of, not different kind of people, because the advanced focus also should do the fundamentals. It's really important, because what we're doing here on Inside the Show, it doesn't exist anywhere. So you need to know how to build the foundation. It's not about basic, it is about building the foundation from which you will grow. All right, so let's dive into what we're going to be doing. So, are you guys ready? Are you guys paying attention? Let's dive into the screen here. On the Inside the Show program website, we have the download section that members have access to. Here, we have all the downloadable tools that we are going to be using. So you have the tools for Mac, and you have the tools for Windows. And I wrote it incorrectly here, but these are the Windows OBS plugins, and these are the Mac OBS plugins. I wrote Windows in the place of Mac, but these are the Mac. So I'm going to fix that after session. What we're going to do is we're going to install just a couple things, not everything. We are going to install, well, you guys already have Zoom. You guys already have OBS. You guys already have Stream Deck. We are now going to install this tool right here, Maestro for Stream Deck. This is something that you download, you double click, and it's installed on your Stream Deck. You're going to do this after the class. Then you guys are going to go through the installation of the OBS plugins. We have this set of OBS plugins that has all the effects that we need to pull off this incredible scene collection that you guys are going to be using. So these are, actually this is not a OBS plugin. We're going to be using this for response to slides later. I'm going to move it out of here. But ITS OBS plugin, this is a plugin that we created on ITS. And I'm going to show a little bit more about that today. But it's a very special plugin that solves lots of problems, that makes OBS so much easier to work with. So we worked hard to create something that complements a lot of gaps that OBS doesn't reach. And you're going to see a little bit about that. We have 3D effect, which is responsible for the 3D look of the slides. And if you have run through the masterclass, you already have it. Audio monitor, you should already have it as well if you have gone through the masterclass. Then we have Composite Blue, also from the masterclass you already have it, and Move Transition, also from the masterclass you already have it. So basically, what you don't have from the masterclass, if you have done the masterclass, is the ITS OBS plugin. This is exclusive for members. and it has some very cool features. Like, for example, I can bring up a source search doc, and right here I can search for any source that I like. So I just type search and it comes up right here. Or let me do another one like camera, and then camera pop up in here. And this is just one of the features that this plugin has. It has a lot of cool things that we're going to show as we go throughout this week. But first step is grabbing these downloads. We're not gonna do this right now, but I just want to check. Do you guys follow so far that you guys have some list of downloads to do? And that's it. Okay, awesome. Now there is one more thing that you will download, which is right here on the bottom, the scene collection. We have a special scene collection. This scene collection here is the masterclass scene collection, and once you download it, you are going to have something like this. The folder with a JSON file and an MP3. So this is what it will look like. We're going to go to OBS, we're going to click on scene collection and import. So basically, it's important not to confuse with profile right here, because profile also have an import, but that's not what you want. You want the scene collection import. So we're going to click on it. You're going to click on the little three dots in here. You're going to find the JSON file that you downloaded. Click OK, import. Then you're going to click on scene collection again, and you're going to switch to the one that you just created. This pop-up is going to open saying that there is a missing file. That's the first thing that happens when you open the scene collection. It's going to say, hey, it's open, but there is a missing file. What do I do with it? Well, you just click on search directory and you will select the folder that you have downloaded. You don't click on the, you cannot click on the file, but it's not about finding the file. It's about finding the folder where your files are. So you just select the folder that you have downloaded and click on open, and it will say found right now, found. So you just click on apply, and there you go. Now you have the scene collection open and ready to run. So how are we doing so far? Just checking. Is there a difference between scene collection 2006 A and B? There is some difference you're going to see today right here, Frederick. For previous cohort members, we did release the scene collection 2026 A, and we are now starting this IHS week with the scene B. There are some differences, and some of them. So we are working on a way to make it very easy for you to transition into the new scene collection and bring all your materials. There are some steps that we need to do for it. So right now, all members, current members, you guys can follow this update guide right here. Update your scenes. This is going to get you up and running with the scene collection A. It doesn't have everything that B have that you're going to see today, but it will have the responsive slides. And let me do this. I think that's a good suggestion here from our friend Hoako. Quickly explain the difference between profile and scene collection. Let me do that. Once you have installed the scene collection, we're going to set up the profile. And you're going to understand the difference. Profile basically are the settings from OBS. So if you go to the settings, you want to make sure the output, actually video, is set not to these settings right here. So 1920 by 1080, 1920 by 1080, and 30 FPS. You need to have these in video. Do not have something different, because these are the settings that will work best for Zoom, Google Meets, Microsoft Teams, any other platform. Choose that and hit OK. And now this is going to be saved on your profile. So if you switch scene collections, that setting of your size, the size of your canvas and your frames per second, this is going to be saved on the profile. The scenes themselves, like what sources do you have, what scenes you have, then this is going to be your scene collection, and that's what you are downloaded. So that's the second step, setting up your profile. Are we good so far? Just send me a thumbs up or a message in the chat. Okay, awesome. And by the way, don't worry about, like, if you feel you are overwhelmed. This is, first of all, I'm going step by step here with you, and this is not a follow along. So don't expect you to be following what I'm doing. You're going to be able to watch the replay, and you're going to be able to go in a paced way. And we got the support to help you. So you won't get stuck. I promise you that. You get the support, you got our help, and we're making these step by step as you need, as we can. So trust us, use our help, and you will see that you are going to be doing great. So that's basically the hardest part. We've done it. That's basically it. Like, that's the hardest part. Just bringing the scene collection here, what I just did in 1 minute, that's it. How do we change the camera? This is the same process. Like, I want you guys to help me out here, because this is the same process that we did on the masterclass, and I'm going to explain for those who didn't, but I want to hear from people that were in the masterclass. How do we change the camera? Like, there is a placeholder right now. What is the way that I can change the camera? Got an answer for that? Yes, we will. We go to the locked camera, the padlock camera scene. That's right. That's it. So let's do that. I'm going to, so here's something just to give a little bit of context for those that might not have been on the masterclass. We have on OBS a name convention. The name convention is the red dot emoji and the padlock. The padlock are configuration scenes. These are scenes that you are only going here when you want to configure something. So you want to configure your first camera, you go to camera 1. You want to configure your second camera, you go to camera 2. That's it. And if you go to camera 1, you can double click the camera. You can select your camera. And there you go. You have a camera. Now if you go to the missing, your camera is here. That's it. Pretty simple, right? We have built a scene collection that it has a lot of scenes, and as you can see here, it has a lot of scenes, much more than the masterclass ones. It has a lot of red dot scenes. These are all scenes that you are able to use while live, and you're going to see each of one of those here. We have a lot of configuration scenes because you have a lot of options to configure and to customize your scene collection. We have more configuration scenes than we have the red dot scenes, because that's flexibility. That's what gives you the power to customize everything that you want. So this is the scene collection here. It's plug and play, and it will give you a lot of things. You just need to install the dependencies, the download files, and import it into OBS. And now configuring it as easy as coming to camera 1, setting up your camera. If you have another camera, you can put on camera 2. Otherwise, you don't need to do anything. And look at what just doing that, what it gives you. Look at that. I can go to pre-show. I have a song that starts automatically. My camera is blurred. If I go to the missing, I have a nice transition. And look at this. The blurriness of the camera. It ends a little bit after the screen vanishes. So the screen will vanish, and then the blurriness will still be ending. Take a look. 1, 2, 3, and you see that it's like a tiny fraction of a second, but it gives like this professional look. And these little details are things that make a lot of difference to make an impact. And we have a lot of things that are small details that makes a lot of impact in the scene collection here for you. And this is, look, out of the box, you downloaded the scene collection, you installed the plugins, and you configured the scene. We did 3 steps: downloaded it and installed some software, installed the scene collection, set up the camera. That's what we did so far. And look at what we got already. Now, let me show what we are going to be doing. The Masterclass Scene Collection, the Inside the Show Scene Collection comes with a slide setup that is similar to the Masterclass Scene Collection, just to get you started, because then we are going to also move into responsive slides. But just to get started, it's something that's going to be very plug and play and very easy to use. Let me show you. So slide portrait, and we have a beautiful animation when you change between slides. And if you want to, you can go to full screen. So here's how it works. To get your slide right here, what you need to do is configure it on the configuration scene. So if we come here to the configuration scene, that's going to be media right here, slides media. This is where your slides will be. So all you gotta do is, well, we first have to decide. Most people will probably use the landscape slide because that's what we have. That's what we all use by default. On Inside the Show, you also have the option to go portrait. And on responsive slides later on, that we are going to dive into in the advanced sessions, these transitions is automatic. It's fantastic. For the to get you started with your slides, I recommend that you choose one of those, and to get it automatically, move into responsive slides, because you don't want to compromise your flow. If you have to decide, like you're gonna bring a slide, it's gonna be portrait, then you're gonna bring a slide, it's not gonna be landscape. If you have to think about switching between the two, you're gonna compromise your flow. And on responsive slides, this is automatic. It's like you just press next slide and it just changes your orientation automatic. So to get started, I recommend you guys to choose the landscape mode and stick with it. And on the advanced session, we're going to see how you can actually quickly start using responsive slides, and it's going to be plug and play for you to transition between both. So let's set up the landscape right here. So we're going to go to slides media, and these are my slides. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Keynote, and I'm using Keynote, but you guys can use anything you guys would like. You guys can use Canva, Google Slides, PowerPoint. It doesn't really matter. For Google Slides and PowerPoint, you can have, and Keynote, you can have them play in a little window. Like for PowerPoint and Canva, it's going to be a pop-up. For Keynote, it's going to be like this window right here where the presentation is going to play. For PowerPoint, you do have this option, but you will lose the speaker notes. So if you want the speaker notes as well on PowerPoint, you have to have the presentation on full screen. And this is just to get you guys started, because when we move into responsive slides, we don't have this problem at all. Like, we can have PowerPoint and Canva and anything we like in a very easy process, and with your notes and seeing the next slide and everything. And it's going to be very intuitive. All right, so I have a presentation. Let me show you on Keynote what I do to make it work. On Keynote, I need to come into Play and choose in Window. So Mac users, people that use Keynote, this is important, so you toggle this to play in a window. And we will have instructions to how to do that on PowerPoint as well on the replay, so you can just click on the link that we will put in here and it will show you how to open PowerPoint in a little window. This window will allow us to add, let me show you, I'm going to play and now we have this window here. I'm going to move it out of the screen, but it's here. Now we can click in here and we can grab this window. So I'm going to create a screen capture for Mac. For Windows, it's going to be window capture. For Windows, it's going to be this one, window capture. It will be somewhere around here, window capture. For Mac, we can choose screen capture. And we give it a name. We can give any name we want. Like I'm going to put Keynote. And we're going to choose method window. And we're going to choose Keynote. And choose our presentation. That's my presentation window. There you go. Now we right-click the source, transform, and then stretch to screen. We do stretch to screen to make it take the full size of the Canva. And that's it. We just grab the screen share of the slides. So if I navigate my slides, you can see it changing. You can see my mouse too, which is something that we don't want. So I'm gonna double click and uncheck show cursor. And there you go. So now if we go to the missing and we go to the landscape slides, look at that. We have a beautiful transition and the slides are ready to roll. So I can just, like this is my slide window, you can just click to go to the next slide. And when I click, it changes on OBS as well. In very plug and play, we just did 4 things so far. We downloaded and installed the software. We installed the Scene Collection. We set up our camera. We set up our slides. 4 things. That's what we did so far. And look at what we have. We can have our slides in portrait if we have content in the middle. Look at that. And you can have slide landscape if you have content horizontal. And again, I recommend that you have just one button to bring slides on, either landscape or either portrait, so that you don't compromise your flow. And tomorrow on the Foundation 2, we are going to set up the Stream Deck. Right now, we are working on the OBS setup, setting you up with the Scene Collection. And look at what we did so far, guys. This is pretty amazing, right? So this is looking very good. Now, I want to move to the fun bit. I want to move to the fun bit, but I will take a look at the questions that we are popping up here. How you capture OBS and yourself on a single screen, Felipe? So this is more advanced because actually the process that I have here is that I have 2 computers. I have, let me just change cameras. So I have a Mac Mini and I have a Mac Studio. The Mac Mini is one presentation computer. So this is like by itself, it's a presentation computer. And then I use these, I bring to my main computer, and then I bring to you. So I could run a presentation by just these, like one monitor, one Stream Deck, and the mouse. I could run an entire presentation for that. But to demonstrate OBS at the same time that I'm using OBS to produce myself, then I need 2 computers. But I think that I'm basically the only person that has 2 computers on inside the show. If not, there's just 2 or 3 more people that do that, but it's not really necessary unless you're kind of in that same situation as me teaching OBS and using OBS at the same time. Yeah. Awesome, awesome. Okay. How do you guys think? What is the process you guys think? What it takes for us to bring the audience around us? What do you think? What do you guys think is it that it takes to bring the audience around us?
Mhm.
And we have push a button. Yes. Liana from cohort 10. And look, we have here connect to simulator. Yes, that's right. We need an audience. So we need the audience to try it out. But the really important element that we need is magic. And I'm going to show you in action. So you guys have access to the Zoom simulator. That's a call that stays 24/7 open. And you are going to find it on the resources tab. We are going to put it right here on the resources right after the session. It's going to pop up here, Zoom simulator, and you're going to be able to join the call. I'm already on the Zoom simulator, and we are basically, I'm going to explain to you how things work here. So on the Zoom simulator, this call is like going to stay up 24/7, ready for you to practice. Every 15 minutes, the bots will leave the call and join again. So right now is the process, the moment that the bots are joining again the session. This is normal. And we do that to make sure that they are fresh, they are responsive, and to simulate an audience also that comes and go, and you can see what happens while this happens. So the simulator is the first step that we need in order to be able to bring the audience around, because we need to practice with a real audience. The next element is having installed the Maestro plugin. The Maestro plugin here on the Stream Deck, you have to have it installed, and that's it. You just need to have it installed. And the third element and most important element is magic. Look at that, it just works. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. But there is something we can do better here, because right now the simulator has a lot of people with their camera off. And if I had my virtual camera on, let me turn my camera. If I had my camera on right here on the simulator, I would see myself in here. Look, I'm seeing myself. And this is distracting. And actually, this is not even my OBS camera. Let me switch to my OBS camera. Well, I updated OBS, so I cannot use my OBS camera. But I can see myself, and this is distracting. So we need to do a couple things in order to have a beautiful gallery. To get it working, like I showed you guys, you just need to switch to the audience around scene. And Maestro plugin is doing all the magic here for you. It is bringing the people from Zoom and putting it onto your OBS without you having to do anything. In order for it to look better, you are going to want to get rid of all these people with all cameras. So what you need to do is you are going to, let me come back in here. You're going to go to click on people that, oh, someone is using the simulator. It's going to be a fight here for me to demonstrate that. But you're going to click on a name that has a camera off, and you're going to click on hide non-participant video. And then boom, you get rid of everyone that is not, doesn't have their camera on. And the gallery starts to look better. Look, we have some logos appearing in place of people that have their camera off. We don't want people with camera off. We can, if there isn't enough people, we can show logos or images or videos, whatever we want. It's fully customizable. Now, I can still see myself in here, and that is not very useful or visually appealing. So I want to also click on my little three dots and click on Hide Self View. When I click on Hide Self View, I'm gonna get away from the gallery. And now what do we do? Well, we are not on the gallery anymore. Now my gallery looks beautiful. But if I'm looking to zoom, how can I see myself? Well, you just right click in the middle of OBS and you click on Open Preview Window, Preview Projector, and then you click on New Window. It's gonna pop up a little window that you can right click and select Always on Top, so that if you click on another page or any other app, it's always on top. So let's put it right here, and there you go. If I had a prompter, I could put this window in the prompter. If I had if I don't have a prompter, I can put it the window just above right here where the webcam would be, like the webcam would be on top of the monitor, so you can just put it on the middle. And now you can switch scenes and look at yourself, look at this gallery, and everything looks beautiful. Look at that. And you have also the audience grid. The audience grid scene is similar to the audience around, but it brings everyone to the center of the stage. And the cool thing is that the animations between those are very smooth and very beautiful. So you can just talk to the audience and you can see something like that. So you can do something like that. So guys, I want you all to know that you guys have a really strong power to change what I'm talking about here. And then you put them on stage and let's take a look. You can interact with them. You can, the moment that you talk to them, you're talking to them. Like they feel seen, they feel that connected. So you can play around with that, which works super great. But I want to show you something even cooler. And this is something that we are releasing today. And something that we have not shared with anyone. Not even the team knows this one. Well, only Alan. We kept it a secret, so only Alan knows it. So we have a look at that. Pedro doesn't know it. Alan knows it, but no one else knows about it. Look at that. Joaco, yeah, you don't know it. Joaco, you don't have no idea what I'm coming up with. And this is something that we are making available immediately to all new members, and we're going to make a mini tutorial on for senior members, previous cohort members, on how to upgrade your scene collection, how to get this new scene as well. So we're making it first available for the new members, and we're going to make this mini tutorial. If you are a previous cohort member, we're going to teach you in the next few days how you can upgrade your scene collection to have this scene as well. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this scene over here. Can you guys guess what this is? Audience scroll. Ooh, it scrolls across the bottom. Wow, it's exactly that. Let's take a look here. So I'm on the gallery around scene, and I'm going to switch to the audience scroll scene. And look at that. The audience slowly scrolls across the screen, so you can be talking to your audience and you're gonna see like different people scrolling through automatically. Look at how beautiful this is. Like, it doesn't distract. It gives everyone a chance to appear on the session, and it looks so professional. And I think this is a great combination. Like, sometimes we want to talk to everyone. Sometimes we want to talk to the audience, but sometimes we want to just talk, and we just want to let them know that there is an audience and they're here, but they're not the main thing, the main attention right now, you know? And I think I really love it. When did you you had time to do that, dude? Yeah, the secret is always these right here. The secret is this, the ITS mug, which by the way, we are giving on the ITS box. So this is one of the things that comes in the ITS box. Everyone that has joined inside the show cohort 15 and paid in full, you are getting the ITS box with the mug, the ITS mug, and a few other surprises like the deck of cards that we have created. Anyone that has joined for cohort 15 and want to get the box, you can switch to the full payment and grab the box and the discount, because there is a huge discount on the pay in full as well. So if you're thinking about having a discount and even securing the ITS box, just make sure that you send us a message on the support and we were going to help you out with that. And that's the scroll gallery, guys. Hope you guys like and enjoy. And again, we are going to make a tutorial about how you can senior members can get the new scene as well. Awesome. Great that you guys like it. It's great that you guys like it. Okay, so it gets better. It gets even better because there's more. There's more for you guys. So that's the audience scenes. Beautiful scenes that are going to be able to let you connect with your audience in a very strong and powerful way. And what if you want to customize the colors of the box, the logo? Because you guys will want to customize the logo as well. So this is something that is new from the Scene Collection for senior members, and we're going to show you in the next couple of days. We're going to have a step-by-step on how you can use it as well on your own. If you go to the logo, first of all, if you go to the logo scene, you can customize the logo. You can hide this logo inside the show and put your own. Then if you go to logo 1, you're going to see this blue box, logo 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 variants of logos, and these are exactly the 4 variants that are around you right here. So all you gotta do is change this scene, and it will change in the gallery. And it's very easy. We made it very easy for you to customize with your own colors. All you gotta do is click on the logo PG1 and change the color to something that you want. And look at what will happen. There is right now a radial effect going on right here. I don't know if it's very visible. We also have a gradient. So without, with, without, with. And now the radial. With, without, with, without. And we have the sunburst. The subtle little animation detail that works on top of your color. So whatever color you choose right here, it's gonna work. Look at that. So all you gotta do is decide what style you like the best, click on the color and customize it the way that you want. Do a radial on this one. And I will keep this blue. So now my audience around is fully customized with my colors, with the colors I want, and even the style. And it's very subtle. Look, the sunburst is very subtle, but it gives a cool effect in your Scene Collection. And for on the previous Scene Collection for senior members, we weren't able to change the colors, so you would have to have your own background, you have to make your own background, and we just made these sources that makes it easy for us to customize. And we're gonna do this step by step for you to how to bring this into your scene collection as well if you want to have a more flexible way to customize your colors. So how does OBS know when to use the logo tile or the participant live video? Well, it's very simple actually, and it's important that you don't have to think about it in terms of, you don't have to worry about it, because what you want to do is have the right setting for when you're presenting and not having to worry about what is happening. And the way that it works is that it picks how many people are on screen and it puts it in there. So how many are there in the screen right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here on OBS, we're going to have 10 people around me. Now, if I am on the gallery mode, there will be more people on the screen. And look at that, it's more filled. So it calculates automatically, like it looks at Zoom and how many people can I see? I'm gonna grab these people and I'm gonna put on OBS. And if there are 25 people or more, then it's gonna be a full gallery. If there is more than 25, what happens is that we got a little arrow right here on Zoom. So you can just click on the arrow and it will switch to the second page. And all the people around you will be people from the second page. So if you have multiple pages of people, you can just go to the next page and it will show up the next page. You can have one person in the room and you can have the gallery around. It will work. And sometimes it's good for demonstrating to clients what it looks like. And you are on a one-on-one session, you don't need your audience to do that. And whenever you need an audience, you have the simulator ready for you. Awesome. Let's see if we got any more questions here. Can I give audience with camera switched off my logo to appear? Looks better offline camera. You can customize the way that you want. Like if you want to have offline cameras appearing, it's up to you, you can. If you want to, you can also customize entirely what to appear in place of the offline cameras, which I think is more professional, because you like I don't think that just showing names around is something really good. Now I do think that these color selection that I did is not that good. If I were to do this on my style, I will probably do something a little bit more black and white. Let me try. I think this looks more professional than just showing empty cameras around. You can have your logo, your image, any video playing, and I think it's going to be very cool. Awesome. What else do we have? Would it ever be possible to integrate the Zoom simulator with a live audience member? How exactly you mean? So you mean sending bots to your live audience? Because the Zoom simulator is a call and it's just for members. So it's just for Inside the Show members. So it's a call anyone can enter, any member can enter, and they can interact. And it's a call made for rehearsal. So we made it in a way that it's ready to go, and you can send them messages and they will interact back with you. All right. So look at what we did so far, guys. We downloaded a few softwares and installed it. We installed the scene collection. We configured our camera. We configured our slides. And we customized the color of our audience around. We put the audience around to work. That in a single session, guys. A single session. But we are doing even more. We are working on the pre-show. The pre-show looks pretty cool, but you know what looks even cooler? I'm gonna show you right here. Right now we are not using the, let me just mute the pre-show music so we don't hear it all the time. Right now we are not using the Stream Deck. We're gonna set up the Stream Deck tomorrow. But we're gonna have a button on the Stream Deck that will toggle something on right here. And that something will be the pre-show media. The pre-show media is a place where you are gonna put videos that you wanna run on the pre-show or the scroll gallery. Let me show what the scroll gallery looks like on the pre-show. Look at that, guys. We have Zoom right here, the bots are coming. And as the bots are coming, they appear, they pop up on screen. And there is a little 3D effect to it, which looks super cool. Look at that. And the bots are still joining, so it doesn't look as full, but as soon as people are gonna join. That's me here. Look at that. We're gonna see how to turn that on through the Stream Deck. This is very cool, right? You are ready to roll, guys. Like, you have the foundation. This is the foundation for us to start using inside the show. This is what you need to get started. You are going to install the software, install the Sync Collection, run the Stream Deck plugin. You immediately are going to get be able to use the gallery around in your sessions. You can just connect your current slide and you're ready to roll. Very simple. We are giving you the 20% of work that gives you the 80% of results. We want you to be able to spend very little time setting this up, very little effort, and getting maximum impact. And that's what I can promise you in every single session we run. It's gonna be the 20% to the 80% of impact. We are gonna build upon this on every single session this week, and we are gonna get you even further. And if you feel comfortable with this session, if you feel comfortable with tomorrow's session, you're ready to go into the advanced sessions as well, which are gonna be pretty cool. But you don't need to if you wanna spend more time practicing and working with what you have already. We have you covered, we have support, we have step-by-step materials coming up. We have the replay coming up very fast. We are working on step-by-step materials. We are working on step-by-step materials for starting from scratch and for previous cohort members to upgrade the Sync Collection to the full capacity of this new Sync Collection. And on January, we are going to start our cohort on the first Monday of the year. On January 5, we are going to start our first cohort and going to step by step and work through the Sync Collection with you. If you want to go faster, then you can watch this replay, you can implement what we taught today and start using this already on your own sessions. And you guys saw how simple it was. Like, I did it live, I did it with you, I set up it from scratch, and I did it with you together. So we're gonna, now it's a time for you to work on it yourself. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the Q&A. I'm gonna see what questions you guys have, and I'm gonna set you guys off to practice and start diving into this material. So I would love you guys to send me questions and just bring any questions that you'd like me to answer right here. So let's take a look on the questions that you guys have for me. In the slide scenes, why are the slide source grouped? This is because there's a lot of details going on in terms of generating the effects that we are creating. So you can see that there is rounded borders on the slide. You can see that there is a 3D element, and the group is a requirement for us to style the animation precisely like we designed it. So it's just a design implementation characteristics of what we needed to make this look of the 3D feel and this animation of expanding and contracting happen. You don't need to worry about that. It's something that is already set up for you. You just need to put your slides on this slides, media scene, and get up and going. So to fill the area with pictures where audience offers camera, do you load the pics and logos beforehand and it will automatically select the variety of pics to fill the page? Exactly. You have basically 4 placeholders for the offline cameras, and you just customize these 4 placeholders. It can be like if you change your logo, it will change on the pre-show, it will change on the placeholders as well. One single place will change everywhere. And basically it will pick up from these 4 in a randomly distributed way. Not randomly, but evenly distributed way, so there is no repeated placeholders next to each other, but they are evenly distributed. So as people turn on the camera or turn off the camera, the logos are gonna appear and disappear automatically. You don't have to think about that, it just happens automatically. When using the gallery around and recording on the monitor, switch from the spotlight to gallery, and this code will be included in the recording. What is the best solution? Wait. When using the gallery around and recording on the monitor. Okay. Do not record on the monitor. Recording on the monitor is not good because of that, because it records what you see. So you as a presenter, you need to see the audience. And if you record on your local computer, you are going to on Zoom, like there is 2 types of recording, Zoom Local and Zoom Cloud. When you record on Zoom Local, it will record what you see. And you should be seeing the audience, so you record the audience, which is not useful. The Zoom Cloud recording, on the other hand, allows you to actually record the audience and the speaker view at the same time. You end up with 2 recordings. This is very useful. So you can actually have the audience if you need to and have your speaker view as well. So always record on the cloud and on OBS. That's what I do. I record on OBS and on the cloud at the same time. So I have 2 recordings that I can use however I want. And if I'm editing, this gives flexibility for me to choose the best file for what I'm doing. All right, so when my audience is clicking on send with an effective reaction, the reactions are flying on their screen and not on my screen. So this could be a setting. If you go to Zoom settings, meetings, so Zoom settings, and then meetings options tab, you're gonna see one of the options to enable or disable the reactions that appear on screen. So you can switch their on and off. But on Inside the Show also, if you're meaning about the reactions that I get when they fly here on Inside the Show, this is what you are going to start getting tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to connect the Maestro app. That's going to give us chat on screen. So yes, tomorrow you're getting chat on screen, you're getting interactive overlays, you're getting these reactions. It's going to be super fun. Tomorrow is like with what you did today and what you're gonna do tomorrow, guys, you are like, will be in an incredible level. And I can't call Inside the Show Foundation like Inside the Show Basic, because there's nothing basic with Inside the Show. It's already incredible. What you guys can do just with what we did today is incredible. What you guys will do with today and tomorrow is gonna be extraordinary. So this is literally the foundation for what we do on Inside the Show. Let's see. For the response to these slides, can you remind us with the steps to make the slides ready for OBS? I'm going to walk you through on this week on the advanced session, Samir. So it's going to be, today is Tuesday, so Thursday. It's going to be on Thursday. It's going to be the first session for advanced, and then on that we're going to see response to slides, and then on Friday we are going to dive more deeper into animations. So come to the session on Thursday, and we are going to show you how to set up everything from scratch, and we're going to build the slides from scratch for responsive slides. And with responsive slides, you're going to be able to have even more beautiful slide animation, and you are going to also be able to just press next slide and the content will change automatically. It's responsive to your content. Responsive slide is the size of the slides is responsive to your content. So it's super cool. It's a super cool way for you to demonstrate your content and be able to not let the content take over the screen when it doesn't need to. So you can have the audience focus it on you, not your slides taking over what you are speaking. So when I capture my Canva presentation, we will also capture the Canva generated slide transitions. Now in Canva, unlike it did previously, if so in this method that we are doing right now with the screen capture, whatever you see on the Canva pop-up is what is going to appear on OBS. So if you have something transitioning on Canva, with this method that we did today, you will see these transitions on Canva. You will not have, though, the responsiveness of the responsive slides, and you will not have the ability to control your show with slides, which is playing videos on certain slides and some more advanced, doing these amazing advanced animations that we're going to do this week, and more things that we are going to present to you during the iChess week. What is the cost to renew for an additional year? So this varies accordingly to each cohort. So each cohort is different. So each cohort has a different pricing. And I'm going to take a note, Frank, and I'm going to reach you out and look into what is your renewal price. So Liana, what do you recommend older cohorts do first, second, and third in order to update the profiles and scenes, select buttons, responsive slides, gamification tools? So first of all, Liana, we didn't release gamification tools yet, and I know that you are someone that asked a lot about that, but I wanted to be clear that we test everything before we release. So if we didn't release it, it's because it's not ready, and we want to make sure that when we release something, it's solid. So we will take the time we need to make sure that everything is solid before putting in your hands. And we are going to do the step-by-step for you in the coming days. What you can do right now, Liana, is on the scene collection, you have on the inside the show website, you have update scene collection, and you can do these steps to update to the new responsive slides. So that's something that you can do right now. And then we are going to, on the coming days, we are going to create a step-by-step so that you can update your scene collection to the latest that we are using here on the cohort 15 as well. So what is your most favorite ITS magic, Philippe? That's a difficult question to answer, to be honest. I think for me, it's by far responsive slides, because I wouldn't be able to run the level of production that I run in my master classes if I had to press lots of string buttons. Like I had run sessions where I did that. Like I had 10 videos to play throughout an hour and a half session, and I had to remember what buttons I had pressed already, which ones I would have to press, and hoping that I wouldn't make a mistake. I did a lot that, and it's very hard. The moment that I started using responsive slides and I were able to put the control of the session on the slides, it was incredible because I could, whenever I decided to, pause and do a lot of stuff like bring graphic and elements and things on screen, chat on screen, talk to the audience, do interactive overlays. And whenever I was ready, I could continue from where I stopped and everything would happen. All animations would happen step by step, exactly like I knew they would. And the videos come up automatically with me just pressing next slide, next slide, next slide. This is, I think it is the most amazing magic that for me on ITS, being able to run an entire session with one button only. There will be sessions though that you don't need control. So it's always about, like, you have two extremities. You have the impromptu, you have the planned, and you can have anything in between. Today's session, for example, is purely impromptu. I don't have slides, I don't have response to slides, I don't have notes. I have the interaction with you guys. I'm measuring the temperature of the room. I'm teaching you guys how to get up and running. I'm seeing if you guys are getting it or not. I'm concentrated on the content and concentrated on you. And this is making the content of this session. So I'm not using response slides at all this session. For a session like the masterclass, like the first session that we ran yesterday, I did use response slides because I want to run through a series of stuff. I want to show things on screen, and I had it planned exactly what I want to show at what exact moment. So the cool thing is that I can do both things on the slideshow. I can run a session that is totally planned. I can run a session that is not pre-programmed entirely, and I can do in between. So I think that's really a magical experience for us as presenters to feel. So are we going to learn response slides? Yes, that's exactly what we are studying on the advanced class. It's not that advanced, but it's more advanced. So I wanted to make this clear distinction so that we know that it's okay to go up to the foundation. You will already be in a great place. And on the advanced section, we are going to introduce the response slide because it's new. It's something new. So anything that is new, there is a learning curve. It's more advanced, naturally. But we are going to make it very easy for you to get started. So this week, on Thursday, we are getting started with responsive slides. Awesome. All right. So that's the questions that I have selected here. Do we have any more questions popping up? We have a comment here. The beauty of ITS is that you can use the tools based on the needs of one session rather than another, but always with Superflow. Yeah, love that, love that. That's nice, that's nice. So guys, what is next now? We are going to spin the roulette. We are going to spin 2 roulettes. So I want to know, do you guys want the golden ticket first or the ITS remote first? So we're going to make that decision, and depending on what we choose is what we are going to do. So what it's going to be. By the way, I just used the magic overlay, okay? I didn't prepare that. That was totally unprepared. I decided, you know what? I want to do a tug of war right now. Yeah, I did that using the ITS remote. Wow. Ooh, it's time. Is it gonna be the ITS remote? You can only vote on, so it's gonna count just the first one. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds. Let me grab some water here. Let everyone vote. And 3, 2, 1. And it's gonna be the ITS remote. Okay, the ITS remote. That's what it's gonna be. So this is what is happening. Everyone that is here live today that is a member of Inside the Show, So no matter if you're a previous cohort member or if you are a new cohort member, you guys are in this roulette right here, right now. That's all of you today. So we are going to spin this roulette and we are going to find out who is the winner of the iChess remote. The iChess remote is a tool that we've been working for over a year now, and it's going to be available. We're going to be launching it in the next couple of days. Before that, we're giving away 10 remotes during this week. Every single session, one remote. Aside from the golden ticket, every single session we are spinning two. So if you're not a member and you want to be part of this and have a chance to win the iChess remote, I put the link of the Inside the Show enrollments. That's going to be open just for these next days. I put the link on the chat. And let's see who is going to be the winner of the remote. Wow! Muammar, look at that! Look at that! You are there in your car and you are wondering, let me just prepare to bring you up here. You are there in your car just wondering, should I be in this session because I'm very busy right now? Wait a second, Mama, I have to bring you in. Okay. Look at that. Are you driving? You're not driving.
Yeah, it's amazing. No, I'm in the traffic, so it's amazing.
Okay.
Thank you very much. A great work, Felipe. Amazing. It is a master class, how to deliver a master class. I really appreciate that,
Thank you.
Felipe.
Thank you.
Good
And
job.
congratulations. Congratulations. Look at that. All right. So next, we are going to spin for a ITS golden ticket. So the ITS golden ticket gives you a full year of Inside the Show, additional year of Inside the Show. So I'm going to bring the roulette again, and one of you are going to win. Muammar, you're not eligible for that anymore. You already won the remote. If it falls on you, we're going to spin that again. All right. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Tracy, look at that. Awesome. Where's Tracy? Let's bring you up here on screen. Look at that. Hello, hello.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Let me bring you up to here. Congratulations. You won. Oops. Where are you? Where are you? I changed my button position.
Thank you
You
so
won the
much.
golden ticket.
Yeah, fantastic.
You know what to do?
Oh,
So
oh
that
no. Is
you're
it this
going here.
way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here. You pull it up. Here you go.
Great. Thank you
Congratulations.
so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So guys, thank you so much for coming today. So the replay will be available shortly after we are going to immediately prepare it and upload into the community so you can follow the steps and start applying. All the downloads are ready on the community, so you can come in here on the community and you can already install your Sync collection. Again, you are going to install, you can install everything that is in here. That's not a problem if you are you don't know exactly what to install. But the only thing that you will need is the Stream Deck plugins, including the ITS and the Stream Deck from Astro. And you have Mac and Windows right here and the Sync collection right here. You just need to install and set it up. We use the same process as we do on the masterclass. So we exactly, like we touched in the masterclass, exactly the same workflows that we use on Inside the Show. So it's gonna be like if you've been through the masterclass, you're gonna feel at home, and you're gonna see how amazing it is, the tools that we have created for you to out of the box deliver something amazing. So thank everyone for coming today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow or maybe later today. Bye bye, guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna have a session later today, yes. So just check in the calendar for your time zone. It's gonna be a session exactly like this one, so the goal is covering the same topic. So you can come just if you wanna have another chance to win the golden ticket and the iChess remote, or have a refresher on what we just seen right here today as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.